In a town where Lady Luck rules, what Golden Strip resort was lucky enough to land in the perfect spot to capitalize on this? How many football fans and concert goers are going to pass through here looking for a good time?
And with more than 30 dining options and changing things up, Mandalay Bay is going to feed them. Tick-tock, Super Bowl 6 months away.
So get ready, because this adventure starts right now.
It's been 3 weeks since Las Vegas Inside and Out was on the Strip with our cameras, and we are more than glad to be zipping up the boulevard and past the welcome sign on this August morning. It's 7:22 a.m., and that can only mean one thing. There's a breakfast spot on the agenda. We've recently learned of a whole lot of changes and updates at Mandalay Bay, particularly in their restaurant row. So we decided to come over and take a closer look. Mandalay Bay remains a favorite Strip resort for us. We have had some really terrific staycations here, lots of good meals, and it's a great place to be at rodeo time. It opened in 1999 on the site where the hacienda once stood. Lots of special memories right here for us, I can tell you that. And if you're not familiar with the area called Restaurant Row, it's at the back of the casino, just around the bend from the Rhythm and Riffs Lounge. Back here, you'll find a collection of eateries in one central location. And just to tease the changes we'll be talking about, this was the area in early 2021, 2 years ago. So, what's prompting all the sprucing up? The fan district branding? Fans of what? Well, it all has to do with this. Allegiant Stadium, occupying 62 acres just across the highway from Mandalay Bay and home of the 2024 Super Bowl game next February. It cost almost $2 billion, the second most expensive stadium in the world, a 10-level domed beauty. And Mandalay Bay is the closest hotel resort to it. Matter of fact, there's a walkway to the stadium accessible from the Mandalay Place entrance. But first, you pass by what might be the sweetest spot for a sports bar in town. Flanker Kitchen and Sports Bar opened here in June with more than 8,000 square feet and room for 375 hungry fans of sports, music, and you name it. Allegiant Stadium is home to not only NFL's Las Vegas Raiders and the UNLV college football team, but there are huge events scheduled this year, including Beyoncé and Ed Sheeran concerts. Flanker is definitely in the right place at the right time to cash in with a menu of elevated bar fare. Now, let's get back to that walkway. It leads you outside on the north side of the hotel, where you turn left and head to the bridge that takes you up and across Interstate 15 to Allegiant Stadium. Ahead of the Super Bowl, some transformations are already in the works. Mandalay Bay Management has asked the Wolfgang Puck Fine Dining Group to reconcept and remodel what was his first Italian restaurant, Lupo. It will close on Labor Day weekend, but if you're a local, don't despair. The Wolfgang Puck Players Locker in downtown Summerlin has already closed and will be reborn as Lupo. Meanwhile, this space near the garage entrance will undergo a $7 million remodel into a new, as yet unnamed Italian eatery. So, stay tuned. Opposite Lupo, what was once Red Square has already been reborn as the Trendy S Bar from Trendy LA. This alluring golden entrance replaced the headless Lenin statue. The vibe inside is retro 1920s. The cocktails are top-notch, and they've made sure there's a reason to stop in any day of the week. S-Bar made its debut on New Year's Eve 2022. From the same hospitality group is Citizens, Mandalay Bay's 24-hour comfort food destination. Believe it or not, this grab-and-go sit-down restaurant opened its doors 10 years ago and is still as popular as ever with its contemporary take on American favorites. This place is definitely a keeper. Okay, so what is coming next and what is it replacing? James Beard award-winning chef and restaurateur Michael Mina will be opening Orla this winter, showcasing the flavors of Greece, the Mediterranean, the Middle East, and even a bit of his Egyptian heritage. And in case you were wondering, Orla translates to Golden Princess in Greek. And after nearly 20 years, Hubert Keller's Fleur has left the building. Just to the left, we noticed another black curtain, and we had to go back to our earlier visits to remember what it used to be. Ah, the Bayside Buffet, another casualty of the pandemic never to return. Now, we did read an interesting article in casino.org about the Vegas buffets. Of the 18 buffets that existed on the Strip, 10 have closed, taking their place in Vegas history. With all that aside, what's open these days for dinner on Restaurant Row? To the right of Orla is a new concept, a one-year culinary residency from top chef star brothers Michael and Brian Voltaggio. It's called Retro, and it's a nostalgic celebration of the 80s and 90s. Retro has taken the place of Charlie Palmer's Oriel, which has been in this spot since the resort opened. No more 10,000 bottle wine tower, no wine angels. Now it's a time capsule of pop culture from that era. The space is huge, 9,000 square feet, themed and decorated to immerse you into the late 20th century. And as for the food, the Voltaggio brothers have brought a fun spin on traditional dishes like pot roast and SpaghettiOs. Plus, we absolutely love the menu on this fixed-price dinner option. Across the hall is an example of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This sleek and classy restaurant called Kumi just celebrated 10 years here last month. It opened in July 2013. Kumi is a Japanese restaurant with a menu reflecting Korean and American influences. It's a huge 10,000 square feet with room for 300 guests in the bar area, the main dining room, and the sushi bar. The decor is all bamboo and charcoal upholstery with cherry blossom backdrops. This is really appealing. It's one of those rooms that transports you to somewhere else. And just look at what you're in for when you order. The menu was revamped and refreshed in 2022. Zigzagging back across the hall, Libertine Social opened here on Restaurant Row 7 years ago this month, August 2016. It's a concept from Chef Sean McLean, who describes it as encompassing the social spirit of a house party. I wish my house looked like this. I'd have everybody over right now. The menu at Libertine Social is intended to bring people together to experiment and share dishes like toasts and dips and sausage boards. Paula admits she has always wanted to try this place for dinner. Maybe it's the artwork, or how about that jukebox? She just finds it really appealing. And guess what? So do I. Michael Mina is no stranger to Mandalay Bay. His award-winning strip steak opened in this spot way back in 2006. At the end of last year, it was freshly renovated with a design inspired by the Mojave Desert. The steaks are unparalleled. Plus, you can grab one of 70 seats in the bar and choose from 600 types of wine and more than 100 Scotch malts. Restaurant Row ends here with surely one of the busiest Starbucks locations on the entire strip. Not hard to figure out why. It is directly in the path of the Mandalay Bay Convention Center, all 2.1 million square feet of it. This week, there's a convention of pet lovers and the businesses that support them called Super Zoo. In 2022, this huge and busy convention area kicked off a $100 million upgrade that will include the latest technology and a fresh new tropical ambiance. It's going to take a while, but it should be done in just a couple of years. As we walk the hallway, we just have to point our camera outside to that 11-acre nirvana called Mandalay Bay Beach, the pool complex by which all others are measured. It's nearly 8 a.m. and the staff is getting it ready for today's crowds. All right, my friends, all this exploring has earned our gal with a camera a big breakfast at the Seabreeze Cafe on the casino floor.
Good morning, everybody. From Mandalay Bay, the Seabreeze Cafe. I have a wonderful view of the pool deck for the Four Seasons, which I've never seen before. And everybody around here is really excited about a dog show that's happening in the convention area at Mandalay Bay. I love Las Vegas. You just never know what's going on any given day. Anyway, I am at Seabreeze. I just ordered an omelet because I haven't had one in the longest time. Join me for breakfast.
This cafe has been at Mandalay Bay for as long as we can remember, maybe even since the opening, but we have never stepped inside before today. What a beautiful and deceptively large space. The dining area is separated into rooms that make us think of a breezy veranda in some tropical retreat. It's open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and serves breakfast or lunch, whatever you're in the mood for. Besides the food, the big draw in the Seabreeze Cafe is the view. With wraparound windows, you can enjoy your meal with sunny vistas over the Four Seasons pool deck and all the tropical greenery on the grounds. Now this little room looks just like a porch. What do you think? It's our favorite spot in the place.
Well, I barely panned the room and my omelet was here. I went a little bit savory today. You get 3 ingredients for a price of $22. So I got ham, spinach, and pepper jack cheese. It comes with some lovely little home fries or hash browns. And of course, I got a side of rye toast, which is my favorite. Let's dig in and take a look at this omelet, okay? I'm going to cut into the middle so I can show. Oh, wait till you see this in the camera, ladies and gentlemen. They weren't kidding with the spinach. So I have spinach, Monterey Jack, and ham. That's too big to bite. Let me cut that again. I'm excited. You know, you never know about omelet fillings, whether you're going to get a lot or a little. And this looks downright perfect. Oh my gosh, fluffy. Some of you guys tease me because I say fluffy so much when I eat eggs, but I'm sorry, it's appropriate. That omelet is fantastic. I may eat the whole thing. Let me have a little bit of a hash brown home fry. Looks like it's seasoned. I see some herbs on there. Okay, they're not hot. It's like they were made, half an hour ago. They're okay though. But I'm definitely going to chow down on this because it's incredible. I've been walking Mandalay Bay like crazy. You know how big this place is. And it's so excited about the upcoming Super Bowl and everything. So I'm excited too. They're really going all out to refresh the place in time for that big event in February. I'm eating. See you later.
Well, did you see the dog in that shot?
Yes, my waitress was yapping with that couple. They were foreign, I think, and they had come in for the dog show. I didn't even know the dog was back there until afterwards.
So that breakfast was pretty good, huh?
Yes, and I love that room. Oh my gosh, it was totally a getaway. I would go back there in a heartbeat. Take you.
And I love what they're doing with the Mandalay Bay. They're getting it all ready for the Super Bowl, and of course, probably that race too that's going to be happening.
Actually, I don't know how much of it will be ready by November, but there's a lot of stuff already there. You know what I really, really like is I want to go to Flanker. If you've been to Vegas or if you're local, you know that spot right there where Mandalay Place started has been 15 different things.
Yeah, it never does very well in there.
It never succeeded,
No.
but I think this is a big, big win.
I think it will too, because it's sports and it's sports food, and those people are coming back and forth from the stadium.
People,
yeah,
70,000.
So that place is going to do very well on game day, and I think then it's going to catch on, and people are going to say, "Hey, we went there after a game. Let's go check it out again."
The other thing that the Flanker owners have been saying is they want to lean into the concerts so that if it's Beyonce or whoever happens to be playing, they're going to be blasting the music as you walk by of that artist, which of course is going to draw you in before or after. So I love that idea.
Yeah, it's a really great place. I really like it. Yeah.
Anyway, so one other thing, we were talking about some of the places we wanted to go in Mandalay Bay. I have to show you this because I'm a very vintage person. Of course, I have the blue Corningware. We need to go to Retro.
They serve pot roast in a Corningware.
And I don't know where they got the vintage Corningware, but big thumbs up. We need to go to Retro.
I miss the wine. I miss the wine ladies that used to go up and down.
Oriole, yeah.
But this one looks actually this place looks a little more approachable, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's very family oriented. I mean, bring the kids; they're happy to have you. So, and in Vegas, that's kind of a rare thing. There's a lot of adults only type things like Libertine Social.
All right, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button. Anything else you want to tell these very, very nice people, Miss Paula?
Thanks for hanging with us. We know we've been absent for a little bit, but we're glad to be back, and we've got lots of great things coming up.
Hope you had a good time. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.